With the summer sale upon us, AliExpress have been in touch again for a platform promotion video, and this time I've picked up something that's probably going to divide opinion in half. Sugess have always been one of the strongest options for AliExpress chronographs, and this one, clearly inspired by the Black Bay Chrono, is probably one of the most appealing watches in their range. The sizing is spot on, it looks fantastic, and the price is difficult to argue with. And hot take, this one might have you questioning where the money has been spent on the original. If you do fancy picking one up, or just grabbing something else in the sale, there's some exclusive discount codes on screen that should knock off a decent chunk off the price. And if you want to push that a little bit further, AliExpress are running a Teams Cashback Challenge, where you can earn up to 10% back depending on how many people join. You can rack up points with daily stuff like signing in, browsing and placing orders, and the higher the Teams point, the more cashback you get. The link to join my team is down in the description alongside the discounts. Right, let's get on with the review. As someone who's bought, sold and handled more than a few so-called luxury watches, including owning a Tudor myself, it used to surprise me how quickly the Chinese market was catching up with its Swiss counterparts. Now, I sort of expect it, but I normally expect it from AliExpress watches costing north of £300. Brands like Sugess, however, have become remarkably consistent at delivering the same experience for much less money. And on first impressions, this one looks like another one of those watches. When you compare it to proper tool watches such as Tudor's Black Bay range, you do find yourself wondering where all that extra money has gone. Now obviously, that doesn't count for research and development, marketing, boutiques, staff, warranty support and all the other things you're paying for when you buy a Swiss luxury watch. But when you're comparing watch to watch, object to object, it becomes a much harder argument to make. And that's because this thing looks properly expensive. The finishing is excellent, the proportions are spot on, and if you stuck this in a display tray alongside my old Black Bay, no unsuspecting random without awareness of branding would immediately point to the Sugess and say, that's the cheap one. There are a few little compromises, of course. The crown is only push-pull rather than screw-down, although that's understandable given the movement, and the power reserve indicator does disrupt the symmetry of the dial somewhat. But again, there's a reason it's there. Even so, first impressions are extremely positive. Specs-wise, you're getting a 41mm brushed and polished stainless steel case that's just 11mm thick, with a 49mm lug-to-lug measurement. Up top it has a nicely domed sapphire crystal, while the case features a push-pull crown, screw-down chronograph pushers and a screwed-in case back helping it achieve 100 metres of water resistance. Inside is the Seagull ST1907 manual wind chronograph movement, complete with swan neck regulator and power reserve indicator. Everything comes fitted to a brush-free link bracelet with a compact clasp and 3 positions of micro adjustment. And at around £225 during the sale before coupons, and comfortably under £200 once those coupons are applied, I genuinely think this might be one of the strongest value propositions currently on AliExpress. Maybe I'll be accused of overselling this, because on paper it's actually quite a simple case design. It's not one of those cases with dozens of angles, dramatic facets or clever little finishes designed to distract you from the fact that it's just a lump of stainless steel. It's a straightforward tool watch case, and yet, when you put it alongside something like a Tudor or even a Rolex tool watch, it won't feel out of place at all. The top surfaces are fully brushed, with a fine satin finish that catches the light nicely without becoming overly flashy. Running between the top case and the sides is a very thin polished chamfer. It's subtle, but it does just enough to break things up and adds a little sparkle when the light hits it. The sides are admittedly quite slabby, but then so is the original Tudor. And in the Sugess's defence, the polishing is done very well. There are no weird distortions, no wobbly transitions, and no rough edges hiding in the corners. The ceramic bezel is nicely executed too. The engraved markings are deep and clean, and filled with bright white paint, and remarkably close to the look of the original. Even under close inspection, it doesn't look like a corner they've tried to cut. Moving around to the side, and the chronograph pushers and screw-down crown operate exactly as you'd hope. The threading is silky smooth and they screw in and out effortlessly, and the pusher actions itself has that satisfying mechanical click that makes mechanical chronographs so enjoyable to use. The crown is perhaps the only slightly odd decision here. Size-wise, it's spot on. It's not too large and not too small, and signed with the Sugess S logo, But if I'm being picky, that logo does cheapen things slightly. It has more of an aftermarket Seiko mod vibe than a luxury watch vibe. Personally, I wouldn't have been bothered if they'd just left it unsigned altogether. What will raise more eyebrows though, is the fact that it's only a push-pull crown. On a chronograph that's clearly borrowing from a dive watch heritage, that sounds wrong at first, but then you remember this is a manual wind movement. If you're going to be interacting with that crown every day, and forcing owners to constantly unscrew and screw it back down will become irritating very quickly. Flip the watch over and the case back is pure Tudor or Rolex tool watch. Functional, slightly boring and entirely fit for purpose. And that's really the story of this whole case. If you covered the logo, there's very little here that would distinguish it from what Tudor might have produced. It's not an exciting design, but neither is the watch that it's inspired by. For a tool watch chronograph, that's sort of the point. The dial is probably my favourite part of the watch. This ice blue colour is absolutely spot on. It's bright enough to stand out, but not so bright it feels gimmicky. In some lighting, it's a pale powder blue. In others, it's far more vibrant. And it gives the watch a bit more character than the usual black or white variants. The black subdials help too. Without them, I think the dial might have been a bit too much. Instead, they break things up nicely and add some contrast. The overall execution is excellent. The applied indices are clean, the printing is sharp, and everything lines up exactly as it should. There's nothing here that gives away the fact that it's a sub £200 watch. The snowflake hands won't be for everyone, but they suit the design and they're easily enough to read, and more importantly, they're finished very well and they don't get lost on the dial, which could have been a problem on this light blue dial. The power reserve indicator is the feature I'm most conflicted about. When I first saw it, I hated it. Visually, it looks like it's been squeezed onto the dial wherever there happened to be space left. It completely ruins the symmetry and sticks out like a sore thumb. But after actually wearing the watch, I've ended up loving the thing. Because this is a manual wind chronograph, and knowing exactly how much power you've got left is surprisingly useful, I found myself checking it all the time. So whilst I still think this is one of the worst looking parts of the dial, it also becomes one of my favourite features. I just wish Sugess had found a more elegant way of integrating it into the design, because the functionality is brilliant even if it looks a bit awkward. It is genuinely one of the best and worst features of the watch at the same time. And finally, the loom is excellent too. Sugess have applied BGW9 to the hands and indices, producing a bright blue glow that's both strong and evenly applied. It's impressive straight after charging, but more importantly, it lasts. Several hours later and is still clearly visible, making this some of the best loom you'll find on AliExpress. On the wrist, and this one wears surprisingly well. In fact, so well that I've had it on my wrist for far longer than I normally keep review pieces on before filming. And you'll have probably noticed that from all the scratches and scuffs it's picked up. But that doesn't bother me. Firstly, because it won't be mine for much longer, and secondly, it's a bloody tool watch and I don't baby tool watches. A lot of that wearability comes from the bracelet. It's very well machined, conforms nicely to the shape of the wrist, and those female end links make a noticeable difference. Despite being a 41mm watch, it wears a lot smaller than the dimensions suggest. The finishing is excellent too. The brushing is clean and the polishing is well executed, and it feels entirely in keeping with the rest of the watch. The clasp is another feature I've completely changed my mind on. When it first arrived, I saw how small it was and how little micro adjustment it offered, and I immediately assumed I was going to hate it. I was already preparing the usual complaint about a watch at this price not having an on-the-fly adjustment, but after wearing it, I've come to appreciate it. Having a small clasp that doesn't constantly get in the way while you're using your hands is surprisingly refreshing. And whilst more adjustment is always nice to have, I've managed to find a comfortable fit without any drama, even on my twig wrists. All in all, I actually love this thing. It's not perfect, the power reserve indicator still looks like an afterthought, and the movement is probably an unusual choice for a watch like this. But it's an available movement, it's a proven movement, and more importantly, it's one of the reasons this watch costs what it does. And that's really where the Sugess makes its strongest argument, because this looks expensive. It looks far closer to a £5,000 Tudor than it does a £200 Seiko, whether people like hearing that or not. In fact, this might be my favourite watch I've had in for review so far. If you love the look, can live with that power reserve indicator, and don't mind the idea of a manual wind chronograph, I think you'd genuinely be happy with this on your wrist. Now, for my members, this giveaway might be a slightly painful one, because this is one of the few watches that's made me seriously consider keeping it. But don't worry though, one of you will still be getting it, just with a few more scratches than when it arrived. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.